Good evening. My name is Stacy MacLeod, and I am a reading interventionist here at Farley Elementary. I have been a Farley Fox for the past 17 years. I began as a first grade teacher, and it was in this position that I developed a love of teaching children to read. As a reading interventionist, I support all children in grades K through 4 during the RTI intervention block. This is a time when all students are working on their independent reading goals. I may see a Tier 2 group to provide extra instruction in phonics or decoding strategies, or I may see a group to provide support on comprehension work. It all depends on the student's individual goals, which are based on current assessment data. As we know, reading is the key to success for students of all ages. Children who find it easier to read will do well in other subjects because so much of learning depends on the ability to read. I would like to take this opportunity to share with you some resources to support your child's reading life at home. Welcome to my virtual classroom. The first resource we have is on this bottom shelf called Lexia Core 5. It's a fun computer-based program that helps students improve their literacy skills. The activities in Lexia Core 5 support and build on classroom curriculum and focus on developing reading skills in 5 areas: phonological awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. It's Lexia Core 5. And right above that, another resource available is Raz Kids. This platform offers over 400 ebooks that span 29 levels. Students can listen to, read, and even record themselves reading. They have 24/7 access to these books, so they can practice reading anytime, anywhere, at home or on the go. On this page, you'll also find links to a read aloud, a Padlet, which provides many free reading resources that are grouped by level, theme, and series. You definitely want to get your child hooked onto a series. Lots of great resources there. On this page, you'll also find some comprehension lessons, like determining author's message, which you can click on the link, and some Foundations Phonics lessons. You could just click on the posters or the link, and then there's sight word practice. On the second page of my virtual classroom are the sight word books. These sight word books are a collection of words that a child should learn to recognize automatically and without having to decode, as many of them are irregular. The beauty of these books is that the words are used in context, which makes it easier for the student to navigate and learn independently. Sight word book A, up in the corner, are words that are typically learned in kindergarten. Sometimes they're known as popcorn words because they pop up all over the place. Sight word books B through H are words that students typically learn in first grade and the beginning of second grade. On the following 4 pages of the virtual classroom, I've created a virtual book room for grades 1 through 4. Your child would just simply have to find a book that looks interesting. They'll click on it and it will take them to that book. There are lots of books that they can read by themselves, or there's also a read to me option. And we have second grade, third, and fourth. In conclusion, it's really important that your child reads every night. Reading aloud to your child counts too. So let's take a look at it mathematically. Student A reads 20 minutes per night, 5 times per week. Student B reads 4 minutes per night, or not at all. In just 1 week, student A has 100 minutes of reading, student B has 20 minutes. In 1 month, it multiplies to 400 minutes compared to 80. And in 1 school year, that's equivalent to 10 whole school days student A has read compared to 2 on student B. So I show you this so that we can discuss why your child can't skip their 20 minutes of reading each night. And don't forget, reading aloud counts towards their 20 minutes. So some questions for you to ponder. Which student would you expect to be the better reader? Which student would you expect to know more or have a better vocabulary? And most importantly, which student will feel better about themselves as a learner? We all want students to feel good about themselves. And this is why reading at home every night is important. So, here are some activities and suggestions that will help you encourage your child to read at home. One of the single most important ways to encourage a love of reading in your child is to read aloud to them. When you read aloud with your child, you can build the enthusiasm for the story you are reading and expose your child to new words and discuss their meanings. Teach your child to ask questions. Proficient readers are curious. They often stop and ask questions about what they're reading. Make reading a part of your nightly routine. Who doesn't love a good bedtime story? And make sure your child sees you reading. Setting a good example is always the best way to teach children. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please reach out to me if you have any questions or need any reading resources at home. I would be happy to set your child up on any of the reading platforms mentioned earlier, or even send home some good old-fashioned books. I have plenty of books and look forward to sharing with your family. The best way to contact me is through email, posted here, and you can also find it on the Farley website. Thank you. Have a good night.